This is a story about Lion and the Mouse. A lion was once sleeping in the jungle when a mouse started running up and down his body just for fun. This disturbed the lion's sleep and he woke up quite angry. He was about to eat the mouse when the mouse desperately requested the lion to set him free.
I promise you, I will be of great help to you someday if you save me.
The lion laughed at the mouse's confidence and let him go. One day, a few hunters came into the forest and took the lion with them. They tied him up against a tree. The lion was struggling to get out and started to whimper. Soon, the mouse walked past and noticed that the lion is in trouble. Quickly, he ran and crunched on the ropes to set the lion free. Both of them escaped into the jungle. Moral of the story: a small act of kindness can go a long way. This is a story about the fox and the grapes. On a hot summer day, a fox wandered across the jungle in order to get some food. He was very hungry and desperately in search of food. He searched everywhere, but couldn't find anything that he could eat. His stomach was rumbling and his search continued. Soon he reached a vineyard which was laden with juicy grapes. The fox looked around to check if he was safe from the hunters. No one was around, so he decided to steal some grapes. He jumped high and high, but he couldn't reach the grapes. The grapes were too high, but he refused to give up. The fox jumped high in the air to catch the grapes in his mouth, but he missed. He tried once more but missed again. He tried a few more times, but couldn't reach. It was getting dark and the fox was getting angry. His legs hurt, so he gave up in the end. Walking away, he said,
I'm sure the grapes were sour anyway.
Moral of story: we should accept our incapability. This story is about the greedy lion. On a hot day, a lion in the forest started feeling hungry. He was starting to hunt for his food when he found a hare roaming around alone. Instead of catching the hare, the lion let it go.
A small hare, such as this, can't satisfy my hunger,
he said. Then, a beautiful deer passed by, and he decided to take his chances. He ran and ran behind the deer. But since he was weak because of hunger, he struggled to keep up with the deer's speed. Tired and defeated, the lion went back to look for the hare to fill up his stomach for the time being. The lion was sad and remained hungry for a long time. Moral of the story: greed is never a good thing. This story is about the greedy dog. Once upon a time, there was a dog who was roaming around in search of food. He was a greedy dog and never satisfied with whatever he had. On one particular day, he managed to snatch a piece of bone from a butcher's shop and ran away to eat it in peace. On the way, he came across a river. He was very curious, so holding the bone, he peeped into the river. He was astonished when he saw his reflection, but he thought that it was another dog with a bone. As this dog was greedy, he wanted that bone too. So he opened his mouth and started barking in the hopes that the other dog would get scared and leave his bone behind. But as soon as he opened his mouth, his bone fell into the river and started floating away. The dog then got upset that in his greed to get the second bone, he lost his own bone. Moral of the story: do not be greedy. This story is about the thirsty crow. One hot day, a thirsty crow flew all over the fields looking for water. For a long time, he could not find any. He felt very weak, almost lost all hope. Suddenly, he saw a water pot below the tree. He could see some water inside the pot, but the water was very little. The crow tried different ways to drink that little water, but he couldn't. Then he looked around and saw some pebbles. He started picking up the pebbles one by one, dropping each into the pot. As more and more pebbles filled the pot, the water level kept rising. Soon it was high enough for the crow to drink. His plan had worked. Moral: think and work hard. You may find solution to any problem. This story is about the rabbit and the tortoise. One summer day, the rabbit was making fun of the tortoise for being so slow. To his surprise, the tortoise challenged the rabbit to race with him. The race began and both the rabbit and the tortoise started running. The rabbit reached halfway and could not see the tortoise anywhere. It was hot and the rabbit was tired, so he decided to stop and take a short nap. All this time, the tortoise kept walking step by step. He never quit no matter how hot or tired he got. He just kept going. The rabbit slept for long. When he woke up, he ran at full speed to the finish line. But by then the tortoise has already won the race. Moral of the story: slow and steady wins the race. This story is about Ant and the Grasshopper. Once upon a time there were two best friends, Ant and the Grasshopper. The grasshopper liked to relax the whole day and play his guitar, while the ant would work hard and collect food all day. The ant advised the grasshopper to work, but the grasshopper replied,
No, I don't care. I will better relax than work.
He kept busy singing and sleeping all day. Soon winter came on a cold day of winter. The half-dead grasshopper, cold and hungry, came up to the ant and asked for a piece of corn. The ant replied,
We saved up corn for our family so that we don't die hungry on cold winter days.
Moral of the story: work hard for a better future. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.